Hello, welcome to this video. I'll be showing you how my client, who's a coach, got 70 qualified and new followers overnight without spending a single cent on ads. So it was fully organic and without needing to go viral. And we achieved this by using our coaching reset framework. So before I go into how we achieved this, why it's actually important for you as a coach, to introduce myself. So my name is Ramez. I'm CEO of RA Digitals. We are a full stack agency working with online coaches and consultants. And what we basically do, we scale your low ticket or high ticket coaching services or products and making your business a lot more easier for you. Now, we do this to create for you a predictable and consistent monthly revenue, but we'll leave that for another video. So if we go back to the video, if we start bottom left, this is to show my client's Instagram page from April 11th, 2024 to April 18th. Today is April 18th. And the first video we launched together was April 15th. So this is to show that what we done came into effect and started increasing the number of followers my client got. It also shows the engagement rate as well. So on April 15th, my client got 16 qualified and new followers overnight, despite losing a lot of followers in the previous days. And I posted about this on my Instagram story at Ramez Raseek. If you're a coach, feel free to follow. As you can see, 16 qualified and new followers overnight. And then the day after, we'd done 70 qualified and new followers in one night. And I also posted about this on my Instagram story. So I said 50 plus new and qualified followers overnight because when I took the snapshot, we were, I think, at about 52, 53. A couple hours later, hit 70. And since then, growing a lot of followers. And I've just taken the snapshot and we have gained 14 qualified followers overnight. So you might be thinking as a coach, why is a qualified follower important? Why is a new follower important? And why is a follower even important in the first place? Which are very valid questions. So if we start with qualified, because if you have unqualified followers, these are low intent buyers or totally irrelevant followers. Low intent, as the name suggests, is when you get a follower who isn't in the ready state of mind to invest into your coaching services or products, which means you just can't sell what you have to offer. And the second point is because how many times have you tried to pitch your coaching service or product in the DMs, whether your product or service is low or high ticket, to one of your followers? They open your message, but they don't invest. They don't take the next step forward. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that the problem is with your product or service. It probably just means you attracted the wrong client in the first place, and they just weren't part of your target avatar in the first place. And that's why you want qualified followers. Second point, having new followers. Now, if you don't have new followers and you rely on an old audience, your leads will eventually dry up because you cannot keep selling to the same audience. This is especially the case if you've been a very successful coach. Let's say you have product market fit, which just means that you have a proven offer that works with the people you're working with and lots of case studies. So you've been a coach for many years, but you struggle with attracting new leads. Again, making it very difficult for you. Very inconsistent, very unpredictable flow of leads coming to you every month. And note, having new followers, this doesn't mean trying to go viral, because you might get thousands of new followers by going viral, but they won't be qualified. And so they won't be suited to invest into your product or service. And this goes back to the point where if you cannot sell your service or product, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad coach. It's just that you're getting the wrong people at the start. You need to start attracting the right people. And the third point is having followers. Now, this applies to you especially if you're a coach who relies totally on referrals or word of mouth, whether they're inconsistent or inconsistent, which is a fair point. Referrals are really good. But what you want to do is showcase your experience, share your value with your market. And by gaining followers and building this ecosystem with your Instagram, you can control the tone of your messaging. And through this, you can start attracting the right prospects instead of spending hours doing outreach in Facebook groups or in Instagram DMs, and you barely get a response. You send thousands of DMs, but no one really responds to you. So that's why you need a new way of attracting clients. Attracting is the main thing here. Instead of reaching out to people who you catch at the wrong time, who are not even suited for your services or products, you need to master inbound, people coming to you. So the right followers will reach out to you instead of you reaching out to the wrong clients, saving you a lot of time. And you can achieve this through releasing the right type of content, mastering attraction. So now that we've understood why qualified, new, and a follower in general is really important for you as a coach, how did we actually achieve this with our client? So the first thing we done, the first day we got onboarded, is we became very clear on our target avatar. This is the person who you're trying to coach, the exact person. So we would imagine this person standing in front of us with their exact current position, what they're trying to achieve their goals, and what is their current mindset, what's their paradigm, how do they view the world. And the reason that's important is because when someone buys from you, they need to see value, right? So by understanding their mindset, by understanding that target avatar, what do they think doesn't work? What do they think does work? Are they aware that they have a problem? Do they even have goals? By understanding that exact target avatar, we can nail down exactly the type of content which we want to release targeting this avatar. So once we became clear on the target avatar, we started doing market feedback. And this is going through my clients' cold DMs or conversations they've had in the past in various social medias, and also going through the sales calls. And we found a recurring and very painful problem my client was going through. So we attached that recurring and painful problem to one of my client's case studies for the social proof, because my client did help that problem before. From there, the third thing is having a very clear call to action for how the audience can achieve the solution to that problem as well. So from there, my team and I then took care of everything from content ideation to scripting, editing, and uploading onto Instagram and Facebook. And this is super, super important, this thing right here, these 3 steps and what we actually done, because no matter how many content videos you release, whether it's carousels or it's reels, no matter what you do on social media, if you don't master that first, second, and third step, then you don't really have a specific goal. You don't really know who you're trying to attract. And that's why as a coach, you're probably, releasing a lot of content very consistently, but you just cannot attract the right clients into your ecosystem. And that's because if you become clear on these 3 things, understanding this, probably do this after this video, then that would help you a lot. Now that we've discussed why it's important having qualified, new, and followers in general, to how we achieved it, what is the next step after that once we have these followers? So the first thing we've done is we have already reached out to every new follower, and we start a conversation whilst using targeted questions and making these followers high intent. Then we book in a qualified meeting with my client, and then this prospect, this new follower, is now closed for thousands of dollars, because that's how high ticket my client sells his high ticket coaching service for. Well, the second thing that's important to note is that followers are not the end all or be all. There's one more step, right? Because once you get the followers, having 70 qualified followers is super important, but you actually need to convert those followers into a customer or client. And the third thing is that if you don't get the right followers from the front side, if you're not attracting the right clients or followers, you just cannot sell your coaching product or service consistently every month. So if you're a coach struggling with selling your coaching product or service very inconsistently, you either are not attracting the right followers, or the actual content you're releasing is not correct. It's not really taking your followers to the next step. So if you are a coach struggling to sell your products or services consistently every month, no matter how hard you try releasing content and doing it consistently, but you still cannot attract the right clients, this is going to be making it very difficult for you to have a predictable or consistent monthly revenue. So if that sounds like you, and you want to scale your coaching business past $5,000 to $30,000 per month without relying on old methods of content which do not convert, then book in a call with myself with the link in the description box down below, and I will show you my coaching reset framework, which I also used to achieve 70 qualified and new followers for this exact client overnight. And maybe once we go to the call, we would be a right fit for a partnership. So schedule your call with my Calendly in the description box down below, and I'm excited to talk to you. Have a great day.